Hi farm friends, I hope y'all are having a great day. I have got some things that I need to get done today, and Zac and Eleanor have some projects too that they want to share with you. And I'm standing in front of the Christmas tree because we have really gotten into the Christmas spirit around here, especially outside. I have a lot of decorations that I've collected over the years, and some they've gotten faded or they're a little bit older and they don't look as great to decorate out front with or in the house, and so I have moved them, of course, to the chicken coops. So Eleanor is going to share that with you later, but first I have some projects to do. Today I am going to install in our Silky Coop a new chicken feeder. Now most of our chickens, they free range for most of the year except for when I have my breeders divided up in their breeding pens. And it is the less food foraging time. There's just not as much for them to eat. The grass is dying. They love to eat grass. They love to eat plants. They are omnivores, so they eat meat and they eat vegetation. And there's just not as much for them right now. All of them are out here with me, but there's not as much for them. And so we are going through a lot more feed. But first, I'm going to test this feeder in our Silky Coop, because for our chickens that are out all the time, we don't keep feed out for them 24/7. And that is because of rodents and pest pressure. We don't want to invite raccoons to come and eat a snack, and then maybe there's not a snack one night and they decide they need to try to break into a chicken coop. We don't want to draw anything that is going to harm our animals. And so we feed in the morning, and they eat all that feed gone, and then when we get home from work we might put out a little bit, especially for the ducks. We usually feed the ducks when we get home, and the chickens might eat some of that too, but really we just feed. We fill their feeders up in the morning and they eat that all day, and then the goal is by the time they go to bed, by the time it's night, there's not any food left for any rodents, any nocturnal predators that might be prowling. Somewhere that we do keep out feed 24/7 all the time though is our Silky Coop. And that is because Silkies need a higher protein diet and access to food all of the time, because their feathers take so much energy from them to produce. They take a lot of protein, they take a lot of minerals, and they need to have a higher food intake. So we actually feed our Silkies a 23 to 30% protein mix. We mix in scratch, so the protein percentage does vary, but we like for them to have food all the time. And now that we have more Bantams and Silkies in this coop, they are going through a lot of that feed really quickly. We're having to fill feeders 2 to 3 times a day, and this product is really going to help with that, I think. I was contacted by a company called Vevor, and they produce farm, home, and garden products, and this 50-pound chicken feeder is one of their products, and I really think it is going to help us keep food in the Silky Coop all the time. We're going to test it over the next couple of months, see how it works for us. I think it's going to work great for the Silkies. The design, they cannot scratch the feed out, and even this is something that people don't talk about a lot. Chickens, they don't just scratch the feed out. They will take their beak and throw the food out of the feeder to get to things that they want. Typically corn. Chickens love corn. That's what they're going for in the feed most of the time. But they can't do that with this either. So it kind of forces them to eat more of all of the feed rather than picking through it and it getting on the ground. And so if I like this design, we may end up using it in some of our other coops too. We just won't keep it all the way full like we will in the Silky Coop. Y'all, they keep hearing me say food and feeder. Look at this. Look at everybody. Y'all, you have eaten for this morning already. The installation is really simple. All you need is 2 screws. And so I'm gonna screw the screws in through this feeder and hang it up on the wall here in the Silky Coop and see how they like it. This is our Silky Coop that we built this past January. So it's nearly a year old, and about 6 months into us having this built, we decided we wanted some pigeons. Eleanor was just absolutely smitten with Mary Carl's pigeons when we have visited Cog Hill. and she now has 4 Portuguese tumbler pigeons. We have Chica up there on a nest and 2 white homing pigeons. And they are doing great, and I'm hoping that Chica's egg is fertile this time. I think she has paired with a different male, so we will see what happens. This is the silky coop. We have been getting rain, and so it's a little messy in here. I just filled up their waterers, and so everybody is drinking right now, but I'm gonna get their feeder installed. For our purposes with these silkies, they are Bantams, and so this needs to be really low to the ground. It is almost sitting on the ground. It's about 1/2 inch off. And I need it to be low because they're short and I want them to be able to reach their food. If I was hanging this for a standard chicken, I would put it just below their eye level. Anytime I'm doing something with these tapestries, I have to poke a hole through the tapestry first and then screw something in. Otherwise, it winds the tapestry up around the screw. This was something we did in here for fun. They are pretty dirty now. We'll probably swap them out sometime next spring. They're still beautiful. But this is something we did just for fun because the silkies are Eleanor's babies. This feeder is going to save us time and money because they're not going to waste as much feed, and we aren't going to have to fill feeders multiple times a day. We have a link in the description. Be sure to check that out if you're interested in one, and use the code below as well, and you'll get 5% off all products at checkout. Right now we have been storing their feed. Look at that. Open it up. We've been storing their feed in a tote. And we're not going to have to do that anymore. I'm not going to have to store their feed in here. Because their feeder's going to hold almost all of it. Look at that. Awesome. So I don't have to store feed out here in Rubbermaid totes anymore. That frees up a whole over a square foot of space in their coop for them to scratch around and play and be chickens. So I won't have to worry about that. I won't have to keep feed out here. Instead, we'll just bring in a new bag when it's time. I wonder how long it's going to take them to figure out to come over here to eat. I had to get Ariel to be our guinea pig and convince everybody to come over and check out this feeder. I think that is going to work out great for them. I am off to do some more chores, and Zac and Eleanor are going to show you what fun they have been up to, because today was also hay day.
Hey Eleanor, what are we about to do?
We're about to make a fort out of hay. Yeah.
So today I went and picked up a bunch of hay bales for our goats. I thought it would be something really fun to do with Eleanor today, to build a hay fort.
Yes, and when we're coming in, since that doesn't have enough room for all these blocks, and we're finishing up that this winter, but that will be done before Christmas, so these will be pretty good.
Well, and we're going to keep the hay in this indoor part of the barn, not where the goats are going to go. That's kind of a 3-walled, almost like a lean-to type situation.
Yeah, because that place, we can't put it in there because they'll eat all of it.
Exactly.
It's still tied.
You trying to undo the... Here, we got to untie this right here. We got a few ratchet straps holding the hay down.
Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're going to take these ratchet straps off and start moving our hay over into our fort location.
I'm thinking put it right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
And we'll have, should we do the edges and see where the walls are going to be first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we have our entrance right about here? I think we should.
Yeah, I think the entrance right about there is a good idea, baby girl.
Dad, the next one will go right here.
All right, let's just start grabbing off the
The
top.
back needs to be first. Then we go right here. And then the hay bales. And then our entrance. I think we should put some hay to sit on.
Yeah. We can put some hay benches in here, I reckon.
Chickens are coming. Dad, remember, do the walls.
All right, let's finish doing our walls. You got to show me where to put them.
Whoop! Don't put that there.
I'm going to put it right here.
Okay.
Yeah? Does that look good?
Ooh, I think we should have a reading nook.
A reading? I think the whole thing is a reading nook. Don't climb too high now. So we got a decent start so far, huh?
Yeah, but we need more.
We need more. Okay.
This is rectangles, not squares.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought you were going to get a square
That's a good
bale.
point.
I told everybody at school you would get square bales.
Well, we call these square bales, but you're right. They're not square, are they?
They're rectangle bales.
That's a very good point.
We're not done.
I know we're not done.
We need to stack even more.
I know we do.
Up here, I think we do. Put books there, put those books there.
Watch out.
I should also store crafts in the craft nook up here.
Yeah.
Whenever I want to get my crafts, I just get them. Ooh!
Pretty
Put the
cool
crafts
hay
right
for
there.
it.
Put the crafts right
And
there.
put the crafts right here.
And also put the crafts right there. So now I can use them. Hey y'all! I'm gonna give you a tour of my hay fort.
You are.
So, this is where we store arts and crafts.
Okay.
Here we're gonna put some really cool books.
The book bucket.
More books here and more crafts here.
Okay. I
Um,
like it. I like it. Books and crafts.
And up here we're gonna have crafts all the way around.
Craft stuff all the way around.
And we're also, this seat, we're probably going to let people sit on their knees down here and do a painting.
That will be
Awesome.
awesome.
Before we do that, we sit here while we wait.
That sounds awesome. So, do you like it? You like the hay fort?
I forgot. More books.
Oh yeah, there's a little spot right there you can put books.
And right
Yeah.
there. Every single hole is going to be a book.
It looks good. Thanks so much for helping me make a hay fort, Eleanor.
You're welcome.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad.
I was thinking it would be smaller than this so I could climb on that.
You thought it'd be smaller than this so you could walk around the sides?
That would probably fall.
Yeah, it definitely will fall now if you do it. Alrighty, well, good job.
Yay.
Hey, Eleanor, who have you got?
Murph.
Who is it?
Murph.
And what kind of chicken is Murph?
A serama.
A Sarama. Yeah, and Murph is a cockerel, which means he's a young rooster, right? Yep. Okay, Eleanor, why don't you show us around these Christmas lights? We've got a few Christmas lights and decorations out here with the animals.
Murph's going to talk about it too.
Oh, yeah?
Even though
So
he might-
who was it that got into the Christmas spirit first out of all the animals?
The silky and the pigeon.
The Silkies and the Pigeons.
And
That's
mostly-
right. They've got their Christmas lights strung all around here.
And mostly the Polishes, they love Christmas. And that rooster back there.
You think the Polishes love Christmas?
Yes.
There's our new big old feeder back there. It's
And
going to be
also,
perfect for the Silkies.
Guess what?
What?
We put up a pig stocking every year. Lucille's stocking, but she never gets nothing.
Well, maybe Santa will remember her this year. What do you think?
Yeah, she does get us stuff and Lady. Lady's a special one.
Uh-huh.
Hope she'll get Goldie something this year.
Maybe. Alrighty, so they've got the Silkies and the pigeons have their Christmas lights up. Oh, that was pretty. Thank you. All right, baby girl, show us what else we've got dressed up out here. We don't have a whole lot out here right now, but we do have some pretty stuff decorated, don't we?
Did we already talk about this cool stuff?
No, what is this?
Well,
Eleanor hung the wreath over here on the storm shelter door. I lifted her up and she hung it up on the door and it looks very pretty.
Dad knows about that, but he doesn't know what else I did.
What else did you do?
This.
You did all this?
And of course the chicken.
And the chicken? Yeah, I really like that chicken. It lights up at night. Yeah. So what do you have over here? What all is decorated over here?
Frosty.
There's
This is
Frosty the Snowman.
Murph's favorite character from Christmas.
Oh, you think so? Murph isn't quite sure what to think of Frosty. What you
Dad,
think, bud?
It's the same color as him. Who's
Yeah.
your favorite character?
What else do we have? What are these Christmas trees made out of? Do you remember what those are?
Tomato cages.
Yeah, tomato cages.
Murph, what do you
A
think?
couple of years ago, I just pulled together the bottom
That's
stakes
pretty
of a tomato
cool.
cage and wrapped Christmas lights around it.
I want to see what Murph thinks.
And then I did a bunch of them.
Oh, we don't like the lights.
We've got a few of them right here.
Oh, you put
I
in
like
my
your
hair.
candy canes.
I put up.
And then
some of them.
over here, Eleanor, tell us what this place is right here. What is this place?
Murph, do you know?
Does Murph know?
I need to hear your answer, mister.
It's the Chick
Cottage.
And why do we call it the Chick Cottage?
Because it used to be our chick house.
Yeah, because
And also,
we used to brood chicks in here. We did all last season anyways, all last year. This
and
year we're not quite sure if
anytime
we'll be brooding chicks out here or not.
anytime people come here, what does that sign say?
Scramble on in.
Yeah, you need to scramble on in when you come in.
Here is pretty all dressed up for Christmas. Jacqueline has worked a lot on this building in particular to make it look really nice. And I'm very proud of how well her and Eleanor have made things look out here, especially with these Christmas decorations.
Christmas is coming, the snowflakes will be falling. It's the most wonderful time of year. So hang up your stockings, put the tinsel on the tree.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today, farm friend. I did want to remind you that Hatching Egg and chick orders open on our website on January 1st, 2023 for the season. As soon as the chickens are laying enough and weather allows, we will begin shipping hatching eggs January to May. Chick orders are a little bit more time sensitive and require more coordination. We do hatch to order, so be sure you get your orders in. We will be offering our lavender Americanas and black split Americanas for chick shipping this year again. Check that out on our website if you are interested in chicks or hatching eggs. We hope that you have a wonderful and a blessed week, and we'll see you back here on Thursday for another video here at Head Family Farm. Thanks, y'all have a good one.